Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler 2 with me, Herd 37. So this is our second to last flight. Should be our second to last flight in this plane. At the end of the last episode, I was trying to figure out exactly how I was going to do this. And then Air Hauler 2, next time I started up, it did spawn some new jobs, and so things got changed. There's two ways I was going to go about this. I could go over to 74D, because Huntington goes out there to 74D, and then position myself down here to 48I and fly in. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go out to KCQA and probably bring this one back, the 074. Pays a pretty good amount. It's a short position. It's a little bit longer than these over here, but that's a kind of a big position flight, and I think in the end I'll just go up to KCQA and then go over here to 074 and bring that back to Huntington. I think that'll work out. So let's go ahead, KCQA. Let's go ahead and accept that job. There's no commodities. It kind of sucks. I haven't seen a lot of commodities, but we're at a small airport, so it makes sense. So I shouldn't really bitch about that because it does make sense. Herbal remedies. Got 435 pounds. It's 157 miles. And before I do that, let me show you this. The wind is they're probably still gonna have to take off on 30, but we'll just use the tower to tell us to take on Huntington. And if you look at the procedure, you technically come up to Izzy at 3,000 feet, then down to 2,600 at Avozu, and then down to the runway. Approach course 267, but I think FSX has it as 268. It's 4,400 feet long, and the airport elevation is 894 feet. Touchdown 893 feet. And I put it in here, Izzy and Avozu. So with that, hopefully those are FSX, and I can just program that right in. So it's 102 miles. It says it's 157. The only thing is, man, we don't use hardly any fuel. So, I mean, last time coming back, we used like a quarter of our fuel. So, estimated range 134. It's only 23 short, so that should be more than enough at 14 gallons. So, we'll just go ahead and take that. And it's 435 pounds. I got to remember that. VFR. We'll go up to 7,500 feet since we're headed to the north. Actually, that's an AM. I should be going back the other way. Why does it keep... It just went back to AM again. I guess you have to switch it to PM. That way, if it's 3 PM, that would knock it back to, what, 10? Because of the 5 hours. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll move on over to the plane. Alright, everybody, here we are at the plane. No Allegiant. Although we didn't start at the same time, obviously. Do have a US Air Express over there, -8. Alright. Let's not waste any time. It's our second to last flight. Yes. God, it's so awesome. I can't wait to get out of this thing. Throttle open 1/4 of an inch. Make sure there's an idle cutoff. The proper area is clear. We'll go ahead and turn the master switch on. Turn on the beacon. It came started up, so we'll just give her a little fuel. Get her started here. Alright, now we'll back it out to about 50%. Alright. So let's go ahead and turn our nav light on as well. The oil pressure, get rid of this yoke here. Oil pressure is in the green. Nav light is on. Let's check the electrical system by turning off the master switch. Taxi and landing lights need to come on. This goes back to idle. Turn on the master switch and the ammeter, you can hear it. The ammeter will fall. There it went. We got the voltage warning in the annunciator panel. Now let's increase the RPMs up to about 1,500. You can already see the ammeter going up in the voltage warning, and the annunciator panel has gone away. clanking, clank. Man, just look at the needle bouncing and stuff as you do that. It's kind of crazy. That's about 1500. Everything looks good, so I'm going to back off here. I'm going to turn the landing and taxi lights off. I'm going to turn the pitot heat on. Avionics master switch. And I'm going to do one thing. I'll be right back. Alright, so what I just did, I did what I did last time. I almost forgot. I went to the flight planner and changed it over to VFR. And I actually got Izzy and Avozu in the waypoints. That way we won't have to talk to ATC. Wasting our time. Well, I mean, they will obviously get us out of here, but we won't have to switch everything out. We're going to the north. Did I not get that? Oh, you know what? It's because I don't have the radios on. Just yet. Alright. So, avionics master switch is on. I'm going to switch that over to GPS. Now we got our comms on. Now that we work in standby. Now let's holler that we want to go out to the north.
Huntington, round, Cessna,
Helps when you
November
turn the
7,
stuff on.
7 Fort Hotel with Tango.
Amazingly
Request
enough.
Taxi for takeoff, north departure. Cessna, November 7274 Hotel, taxi to and hold short of runway 30 using taxiway Alpha.
Alright, so it's still 30. We should be lined up for 299. Yep. Acknowledge the clearance.
Hold short runway 30 using taxiway Alpha. Cessna 7.
Taxi lights on. Parking brake coming off, and we'll go out to our right and taxi around to the runway. Turn, turn, girl, turn. Man, I am so pumped up though. This is the last time we head out of Huntington, this plane, and then when we come back, it'll be our last time coming in. Hey man, it's gonna be so nice to have another person, an AI pilot. It's gonna be so nice. Sounds like the Dash 8's on this way.
Contact tower on 118.5 when ready. Taxi 2 and hold short runway 30 via taxiway Alpha.
Alright, bring the power down. We're gonna go whoa, a little too fast there. Alright, we'll go ahead and flip on the parking brake. She's gonna cut off on me. Alright, let's do our final checks here. So the parking brake is set. Flight controls. Let's make sure everything is good. Rudder pedals, everything is good. Fuel quantity, we should be 7 and 7. We are. Fuel mixture goes to full rich. Fuel selector is in both. Let's get rid of the yoke here. Well, they're going to be able to go by us, I'm sure. We're going to go up to 1800 RPM here. Check the left. It's within limits. Right as well. Alright, the vacuum gauge is good. Ammeter is good. Let's check the annunciator panel. No warnings. Man, it's getting loud. So we'll check this idle. Can't hear anything. I can't even hear myself. Alright, that looks good. Give her a little bit more fuel and they ain't talking. Can't even hear me. Strobe and landing lights coming on. Let's ask for permission to get on out of here.
Tower, Cessna, November
Set this to 7,500.
Hotel at runway 30, ready for takeoff.
Transponder coming on.
Departure. Cessna, November 727 Fort Hotel, clear for takeoff. Runway 30, departure to the north approved.
Alright, acknowledge that.
Runway 30.
So let's just check this real quick. Strobe lights and landing lights are on. Radios, avionics are all set. We're in GPS. The autopilot is off. Elevator trims. We're trimmed for takeoff. Set the flaps to 10. Let's just check to make sure nobody is in the way. Parking brake is off. Let's rock and roll. Last time, folks. Leaving in the little Cessna. I thought our next plane will be much bigger, but we'll be able to move through planes quicker as well. Having another person helps so much. Can bring in a lot more money. Alright, full power, pushing down on the nose. There's 60 knots, we'll go ahead and let her come on up. Past 70 knots, I'm going to go ahead and retract the flaps. Let the nose come on up a little more. Well, not quite that much. Come on out to the right. Feels like the nose is coming way down. I'm trying to do like the coordinated turn right now, and it's kind of awkward, twisting the handle and pulling to the right and up. It's kind of odd doing that. I think it's so much easier with rudder pedals. Trying to do a little more professional turn there, the coordinated turn. Looks like she's pretty well trimmed out. With the elevators at least. Let's go ahead and flip on the autopilot. Nav arm for the altitude. Let's set our vertical speed down to 700. And see how long it's going to take. 150 miles, just over an hour and a half. Desired track is going to be 335. So we'll go ahead and move that. Yeah, but you know, when we get our AI person, like when I get home from work, I usually don't want to fly or anything, but I can still come to Air Hauler 2 and be like, this person, go take this job, or we can set something up into a passenger configuration like this plane and have them doing routes every day, so I don't even have to sit. I think you can do that. Just have them on a regular route. That would be cool. Have them do at least a couple a day. Because remember, when we did the passengers, it says how many passengers want to take that route every day. And I guess you can set it up to do it like, if it's a short route, do it 2 or 3 times a day. They would have enough time with their hours and everything if it watches that. So that's gonna help so much. Because right now everything is dependent on me, and you know, 60-some episodes to get it to where we are now. It's just been crazy. I can't wait. I can't even tell you how excited I am. I guess this is still technically Canova, although you saw the flash. That's for Ashland Boyd County's airport. Look over there. We flew there in FS Passengers once. Alright, 140 miles. Everything looks good right now. We're an hour and a half. I'm going to go ahead and speed her on up because I'm so pumped, man. I want to get these 2 flights over and we'll get a different plane. So I'll speed her up and we'll be right back. Alright, everybody, slowing it down. We're 8 miles out from Izzy. That's where we want to be at 3,000 feet. Then down to what is it? Avozu? Or Izovu? Whichever one. Down to 2,600 feet. Let's go ahead and holler everybody on here. Alright. Let's see if I can find it. KCQA. Oh, there it was. I saw it. KCQA. There we go. Lake Field. Tune into the traffic. Runway for landing. We're landing on 26. Full stop landing. Tell them our position.
Charlie, Quebec Alpha, traffic, Cessna, November 7274, hotel is 15 miles east, 3,600, inbound to land, runway 26.
As you can see, we're at 3,500. We got about 6 miles to go. Another one of these airports just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's been a long flight. It's been kind of slow too. Our speed isn't, when we get up so high, our speed kind of tails off. So it takes a little while. About 300 feet to go. 5 miles to get there. Can't wait though. I know I talk about it a lot now, but man, I just can't wait to get out of this plane. We got into something faster that we haven't flown in a while. Like I say, I'll probably vote for the Baron B-58. I'm not sure exactly how many planes will actually, what all planes will be available. Like a C-90B, are we allowed to get something like that? But also it's going to depend on the cost. I'll have to import all that stuff and see how much they're going to cost. I can't imagine it will be able to get anything too big. I mean, we can get like Pipers and stuff, but you know, the only problem with getting something like that is it's going to be kind of a slow plane, and how much stuff does it carry? Does it really get us much in the way of money? I mean, it's got to be able to haul a fair amount of stuff. I mean, the Baron B-58 is a twin-engine plane. It doesn't carry a ton, but it's a little bit quicker. Can definitely carry more. More than, what you can get in this plane. It's going to be exciting. So, Avozu. That's what I have it written down, Avozu. So it is right. I was thinking it could have been the Izovu or something like that. The next waypoint. Down to, like I said, 2,600 feet. We're still 2 miles out. That's the whole thing. I mean, it's so slow. We're at 3,000 feet though. I'm going to increase the power and go full rich. No reason to keep going slow. We've got plenty of fuel. We took out with 7. We've only used 4 gallons of fuel. I mean, this thing just sips it. But I cut down on the mixture a lot. It was still in the 40s. I used to always cut it down to 40, but that's because of the summertime. I think as you move into the winter, you do have to enrich it a little bit. So I don't get quite down to 40 anymore. Get 7,500, I think I was around 45 or so. And we'll be on a heading, by the way, because we're landing on runway 26, it's 268. So we can go ahead and put that in. We're very close to making our turn here. I don't see the airport. I haven't seen any lights or anything, nothing flashing. There we go, starting our turn to Avozu. And I'm very quickly gonna call out our position again.
Charlie, Quebec Alpha, traffic, Cessna,
keep people updated where we are.
Hotel is 11
Because I guess that's how you do it. If you're not coming in, doing the different legs and stuff, you do just keep telling people, where you are. Keep people updated. And like I said, we need to go down to 2,600. Heck, you got like 4 miles to do it though. Oops, switch this over to vertical speed. Just make it 200 feet a minute for the time being. Get myself adjusted in this chair. I used to love this chair. It's gotten torn up. It's not near as comfortable as it used to be. It's still kind of a long approach. I mean, you can see we're like 10 miles out from the airport. Low fuel on the left. It's down to 5 and 4. Yeah, I bumped up the power and went full rich, and we were using a lot more all of a sudden. But our speed is greatly increased too. So I'm alright with it. It's not like we're gonna run out of fuel. We're what, maybe 7 miles from landing? Plus we'll be cutting down on power here in a minute. I wonder if that's it right there. I'm thinking that's it. That's the only thing it looks like. One. That's right in front of us. Airport elevation 892 feet. So we're going to let this go on down to 900. We just have to adjust our rate of descent. As soon as we hit Ozu, I'm going to make another call out to our position. Alright.
Kilo Charlie, Quebec Alpha, traffic, Cessna,
Let's increase our rate of descent down to 300. I'm going to pull back on the power as well. Whoa, what's happening there, girl? I think that mixed in with the reduction of power, she kind of threw her. Just 5 miles out. I'll go ahead and get that off the screen. You can clearly see the airport. I think I might have slowed her down a little too much there. At 3,400, like I said, it's 896. So we're about 2,500. Not now. 2,500 above. Might need to actually increase our rate of descent to 4 because of our speed. Might actually need to descend a little bit quicker, but I'll just pull back on the power here in a second. It's about 1,300 above. Hopefully we'll have another easy landing. We got 2 not to screw up, and we'll be good. A crappy landing would set us back another flight. And we do not want that. Alright, we're coming up on 1,900. That puts us 1,000 above. It still feels like we're actually a little high. I'm going to decrease the power just a little bit. Call out that we're on
Charlie,
final.
Quebec Alpha, traffic, Cessna, November 7274 Hotel is on
Autopilot
final,
is off.
runway 26 to land.
I think we need to get down a little bit more. Also, we have to pop these flaps, which is going to balloon us up. So actually, our speed is getting a little too far ahead of us. Fighting those flaps. Sure, down a little bit more. Flaps going to 20. Look at this 2 Flaps to 30. I'm going to have to increase the power just a little bit. I don't think I can get my speed any... I'm afraid we're going to slow down too much. Only pitch down so much. Right, cut the power at the threshold. Ooh, I was just about to pull up. This is smooth. I was just about to pull up when we actually touched. Then retract the flaps. Wasn't the best landing. Not what I wanted to do. It wasn't horrible, I don't think. You'll see on the replay. Like I said, I was just about to pull up a little more. Sometimes when we get a little too fast, we end up floating down a little too much. And it gets just a little too hard to control. A little too much on the brakes there. Alright. Go up here. Stop the recording. Holler at everyone that we're off. We're clear of the runway.
Kilo Charlie.
Peter, he can
Alpha
come off.
traffic.
Landing
November
and strobe lights off.
7274 Hotel is clear of the runway.
Transponder goes to standby. And I think we need to go off to the left. There's like all kinds of airport buildings in front of us for some reason. I think everything is over to the left. Alright, this is the second to last. I kind of held my breath when we touched. I was like, oh, I hope that's not too hard. Well, it didn't seem too hard. It was a little harder than I wanted. I was like, oh. Because, like I said, the last thing we need is a bad landing to damage the plane and not get our 0.3 for the completion. Know where the parking spots are exactly. It's kind of weird. Alright, there's a taxiway on the other side. It's kind of weird that the taxiway only goes down to the other runway. We just came from. There's one over there. I got on the brakes and swung around a little too much. I don't want to park next to the pumps. I think to the left there might be another parking spot. If not, we'll just go over and make our own. I think there is one over there. Actually, maybe not. If not, we'll just pull short of the gas pumps. Yeah, we'll just have to pull short. Although I don't know that it will automatically refuel the A to A, which is of course what we're worried about. I'm not sure that it'll actually do that. Just the way this thing loads. Hopefully not. If not, I can always adjust it, so that's always a plus. Parking brake coming on. Taxi light going off. Turn all of our electronics off. Gotta hit the left one. Alright, all that is off. Go ahead and cut the fuel. AVX master switch. Nav, beacon, ignition, master switch. Alright, and we'll go Air Hauler 2. Unload these herbal remedies. Sweet. Finish the flight monitoring. Yeah, it was twice as long. Jeez. Took off at 3:10, landed at 5:15. It was 2 hours and 4 minutes. Normally it's around an hour. Takeoff fuel 85. Landed with 50. Still didn't use much. Max altitude 7,510 feet. Max pitch of 9.85. Max roll 20, max speed 123.46, minimum G's 0.85, minimum G's exceeded 0, max G's 1.17, max G's exceeded 0, stall false, overspeed false. Landing description was true, land on asphalt, gear down was true. That's what I say, landing description smooth, landing gear down true, land on asphalt. No damage to the surface, no damage to the plane, came down at 95.85 feet a minute. which is kind of faster than we've been doing. Landing speed was also a little bit faster at 48.96 knots. Landing pitch negative 4.52. Landing roll negative 1.8. Landing heading 264. Landing wind speed 5. Wind direction 226. And bam, we're there. So we could go here, and that pays 3,500. That pays 2,600. That pays 55. That's another $2,000, and I mean, either way, you're gonna have to go to Huntington. So I think that's probably the best way to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and accept it. That's gonna be our next one. All right, let's take a look at this. I don't think I showed this in last episode. Should have meant to. All right, so company cash 133,000, getting close to. We won't hit it though. Our top. By the way, we're about to get close to paying our expenses for the month as well. So I'll drop this as well. Bringing in cash, though. Bringing in a cash. But what is most important is info. 39.7. Hell yes. One more, guys. One more. It's our last one. 074. Next episode is the last one with the Cessna 172. We'll be up at 40 rep, and we'll get... I can't wait. Geez, that's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it. Catch you on the next flight, which is the last one, the Cessna 172. Don't forget. See you then.